That's right. It is the World Test Championships final starting today in just a few hours. And we made sure Alex Isaac was at the famed venue where the day's proceedings are to take place in just a few hours. And she sent us this ground report on how, despite being a neutral venue, Team India will feel like the home team because of their huge fan base in the city.
Well, India will definitely be feeling at home here in the UK. The team has always had a huge welcome whenever they play. And of course, the team made themselves feel a little out of place, only due to acclimatising to the weather here in London, having just played the T20 cricket back home. The team have only been in England for a week, coming in batches, and they won't have played any warm-up games so far.
Well, Alex also gave us an update about the weather conditions that could play a key role in deciding this summit clash.
Well, the mornings, it's usually overcast, and in fact, it's overcast now. But when the sun does peek through, it's not really hitting the highs that have been promised. The rest of the week is a mixture between sunshine and clouds, and then there's potential thunderstorms into the weekend. It's a real mix.
London weather unpredictable as always. Well, this big match in England, but the English team themselves are not playing. But their Ashes arch rivals Australia are. So what's the mood like amongst England fans ahead of this test? Alex explains in this report.
Well, the English fans will be looking at how both teams play. Of course, Australia has been pushing the conversation to the Ashes, seeing this as a warm-up ahead of the series in the summer, where they'll take on England on June 16th. But many fans will agree that Australia versus India has grown into one of the best cricketing contests. In fact, the captain even said he was troubled by India after the rival team won the Border Gavaskar Trophy. India do have some pressure, though. They've not won the ICC trophy since the Champions Trophy in 2013. So this will be a 10-year anniversary for them. So many people will definitely be eager to see the squad do well.
Well, thanks to Alex for getting us that ground report. We are now joined by our sports editor, Digvijay Singh Dio, who is up in the morning hours in the build-up to this marquee clash. Hi, Digvijay. Just about 7 hours to go for the match. I know you must have made your arrangement, got settled in with your bag of popcorns. Well, Australia are more or less settled too, aren't they, with their playing 11? What do you have to say about the Indian team? What do you think the combination is looking like? Will they play with 2 spinners or a combination of 1 and 3 pacers there?
Well, I think it's going to depend on the conditions. We heard Alex talk about how it was overcast at the moment. I think they're going to wait and see where it unfolds, how the weather patterns hold up, because rain is forecast. Let's not forget, last time they went in with 2 spinners in the last World Test Championship final, and New Zealand went in with 5, which had 1 seeming all-rounder, and they won that. So I think it's a toss-up between Umesh Yadav and Ravichandran Ashwin. And India, apart from that World Test Championship final in 2021, India have always played Ravindra Jadeja as the sole spinner in England. But it's the Oval. You know, yes, it's a test match at the Oval in June, but the Oval has always been India's hunting ground when it comes to test matches in England. And I'm not a cricket pundit like the best out there, but I always feel that when you go into a one-off match like this, a finale like this, Isha, I think you should go with your best team and trust those 11 men to do the job. It doesn't matter if you think that, a horses for courses. I don't believe that. Play your best 11, trust them to do it.
You say play your best 11, and one stat that we must mention here, India have not won an ICC trophy in the last 10 years. India will definitely aim to clinch that one. This is also perhaps the last time that we will see the likes of Rohit Sharma and, another bag of legends playing such a huge game, taking center stage at this stature, for one last time. Do you think India is going to go all guns blazing and end the drought of 10 years?
Well, the tag of chokers, it's been mentioned, right? Nobody says it openly for the risk of offending the Indian cricket team. But as you said, 10 years, 2013, the ICC Champions Trophy in England, they haven't won it since then. And yes, Rohit Sharma reaching the end of his line. Is Virat Kohli going to commit to another 2-year test championship cycle? We don't know. It is a change of guard, not just in Indian cricket, the transition, but also Australian cricket, with Steven Smith saying he's not sure how long he's going to play. David Warner So it feels like the two best teams in world cricket in the last 10 years coming head to head for one last hurrah. I think Rahul Dravid got it spot on. Like ever since these two teams reached the final, all the talk has been, oh, this is Australia, these are English conditions, Australia are the favourites. I think that's going to suit India. You know, when Rahul Dravid also said day before that it's good that we're not going in with any sort of hype that usually precedes an ICC tournament. I think this is a great chance. I think a lot of people forget that this Indian team went to Australia twice and won there. So don't write this Indian team off, because you have the batters, you have the likes of Shubman Gill in great form, Virat Kohli in good form from the IPL. Cheteshwar Pujara has got a feel of the conditions there in England. And the bowling, Mohammad Shami and Siraj are pretty dangerous in these conditions. Similarly, Australia, never count them off. They've been the most dominant team in world cricket since the fall of the West Indies in the mid-90s, and they know how to win these big matches as well.
Right. Thank you for those insights, Digvijay. We will continue for our build-up.